It finally happened. Hey, what's up? I'm legally blind, hard of hearing, and during the summers when I'm not teaching regular school, I'm a summer camp teacher at a preschool. So this week is Deafblind Awareness Week, and I made mention of it in the school's group chat. The owner of the preschool was like, hey, that's cool. You should do some activities. So as an awareness activity, I decided to bring in my visual simulation goggles. They're basically goggles that somebody wears over their eyes, and it sort of simulates my visual condition, which is retinitis pigmentosa. Now, I have done this before with like my high school students and stuff, and it's very, very basic, Try on the goggles and look around. They don't really do a whole lot of activities with it. I always wanted to do more activities and have people experience doing things with a visual deficit, but it's just never happened until today. Y'all, the kids and the volunteers wanted to try to play soccer with these visual simulation goggles. It was hysterical. Kids who were naturally gifted soccer players were kicking at the soccer ball when it had been stolen from them a second before. Kids who were genuinely carefree fast runners were now inching around and tiptoeing. When the competition in the soccer field got crazy and a kid wanted to try on the goggles to play with them, their teammates suggested that they not do it because they knew it would make it harder for their team to win. And one of the craziest things was one of the volunteers, because he was amped up about trying to play soccer with these goggles on. And that lasted all but 45 seconds. He ripped those goggles off, no, I can't do this, I can't see, no. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. As a person with a visual impairment who is watching all of this unfold, I was very entertained. But by that same token, I also recognize that a lot of learning occurred. These kids and volunteers learned about me. They got to see a little bit of life through my eyes. And they saw a little bit of the struggle of not being able to see the full picture. Not being able to go pedal to the metal when running out of fear of bumping into something or hurting yourself. Not being viewed as a valuable member of a team because people think that you're a liability. But by that same token, they did not have the opportunity to learn through living with a visual impairment. It was a 45-second struggle, and they can go back to seeing. I can't do that. And that brings in another piece of the awareness puzzle, that a 45-second struggle doesn't equate to a lifetime of struggle, especially when you've learned to live your best life with your disability.